We're gonna get Homelander. He's a right. Wait.
You can't say.
We can't.
We're gonna get demonetized if you say.
I bet you we can say it in Australia. I'm sure it's totally fine.
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
but
so
we're not on in Australia.
So this is viewable in Australia only, guys. Everybody else, just shut it off. Just shut it off. Hey guys, welcome to another Under the Lid, and we're taking a look at The Boys today. This is gonna hurt. Guys, I was super excited to check this out, actually at PAX U. I've been following this for a little bit, and I didn't get a chance. I never had the money to go in all on this, but I was super excited to get my hands on this. Thanks again to the guys over there at, well, it's not ID, it's First Games and Dynamite Studios. Now, this is, as anybody knows, a awesome hot series right now. What do you want to call it? The Boys, but it is a very adult series, as evidenced probably by the little joke reel before. And so I'm not sure how kid friendly this is, but that's okay because we'll talk about that another time. We're just going to take a look at what's under the lid, and hopefully there's not a ton of naughty words we can't say on YouTube. But yeah, this looks awesome. This is the deluxe edition. And it's got a slipcover and everything to make it super fancy. But I'm just excited to finally get a game based on a property that I absolutely love. I love the Boys property like a lot of people do. And I was missing kind of that adult themed superhero genre, whatever you want to call it, because, you know, Mark Miller and all those guys do a lot of great adult, no holds barred, gore, sex themed stuff. And I love it, but it kind of like for a while there was like maybe the 90s brought it out, but even with horror, like it got very PG, watered down, rated. And I come from the 80s, so we were very violent in the 80s, right? We were very violent, like there was no holds barred in the 80s. So like everything we watched, like everybody got murdered and there was nudity everywhere. So like we're little old school. We're like, oh man, I missed that aspect. And the Boys kind of brought it back, I think, a little bit. In fact, I think Amazon, didn't they create their own like censor, like not censor board, but then they create their own practices board because of this show.
Yeah, that's what they told us at the convention.
They created their own practice, like their own standards and practices board because, yeah, like they were not holding anything back in the Boys, which props to those guys. The showrunner is awesome. So this is cool. This looks like a file in the Homelander. They even doodled on him a little bit. He probably wouldn't like that. Now, for those unfamiliar maybe with the comics, you might know it's based on a comic property, but maybe you didn't see the art. This is all comic-based art. So you're probably going to see characters look a little different. You're definitely going to see gore, as evidenced by that right there. I don't know if we have to censor that or not. That's horrible looking. I love it. But you're going to see a lot of gore. You're going to see characters, and you can probably recognize them a little bit because they look kind of, you know, you got Frenchie going on. You got, and my names are going to die. Help me out here. Okay, there's Mother's Milk. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, what? Yeah, anyway, I can't remember all my names now all of a sudden. Help me out here. Because I remember the actors. I remember the actors' names. Thank you. Okay. Butcher.
That's Butcher.
Right.
That's probably Huey, though he isn't bald in the show.
No, that's Huey right there. That's Huey.
Oh, that's Huey?
That's Huey. Well, that's Frenchie.
Oh, that's Frenchie. Okay.
That's Frenchie. That's Mother's Milk.
And that's Butcher. That's what's her name?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember. Badass.
Yeah, I just know that I just know the actors' names more than I think the characters' names because I've been watching the show so much. But yes, that's absolutely correct. So you're going to see characters that don't look like maybe quite like you remember them, and there's going to be characters that you're not familiar with because they never put them in the show, which is super cool. Yet being the operative word. I'm sure it's going to run for a while. So you got your basic character cards here. You each play a CIA agent, and you have basically deck building aspect to it. It uses deck building and a couple other aspects to it too. I know I haven't played it yet, so I'm not exactly positive, but I know there's I think maybe a bidding aspect to it too. But here's the cardboard here, guys. We've got money. I like how it has I like it how some of the it has all the characters on here. Right? Yeah. That's pretty awesome. And it's a lot of stuff. So the money values are different. Queen Maeve. There. Now, here are character standees, and we're going to get to this later. So, we actually have the minis for it, too. But, you know, you got to have minis to make a good game. That's a lie, actually. But I do love minis in my game. It's definitely better than character standees.
It can't hurt.
Definitely cannot hurt.
Unless you sit on one.
That's a whole nother story. All right. Here we have our board. There's a lot going on here with this game. There's a lot of stuff. So you have a black market here, different sectors, different characters from the game, different heroes that may or may not have been killed at one point or another, because I recognize some that are not alive anymore. All around here. Board looks pretty awesome. It is one-sided, of course, a standard fold-out board. Very nicely made, very, very well done. And then we have all our cards here. We have lots of cards, which make up the bulk of the game here. Ugh. The cards. Listen, we got cards for days, guys. Okay. And then I'm just going to yank this out of the box now because, honestly, it's just easier. So we got our dice. Dice look awesome. Standard 6-sided as far as shape goes. Obviously your different icons, things like that. These are probably damage representations or successes. These are probably fails. We got red and black versions. Not sure what's involved as far as what you use the dice for, but I imagine probably getting into fights. Then you have your characters here. You got your heroes. That's the nice thing about boys, you know. Are they really heroes? I mean, sort of, kind of, they are.
A couple of them here and there.
Billy Butcher, I love the fact that they actually put terror in this, because he did have a bigger role in the comics a little bit instead of just kind of being, you know, there.
Yeah.
Queen Maeve, which, if people aren't familiar with Queen Maeve, you know, that's definitely a different look for Maeve. You know, she's super pretty in the show and everything. That's more of a I'm going to destroy you Amazonian look, kind of. Wee Huey, yeah, they call him Wee Huey in that. He's just chilling. The female, which would be, sorry. You know what, guys? Put all the names for all the characters in the bottom because I am horrible at remembering names for anything. But our Asian female superhero character, which I can't remember her name.
I mean, they gave her a name in the TV show.
I know, I just can't remember. Frenchie. I like he wears goggles. He always wore goggles. They don't really do that in the show so much. Mother's Milk kind of looks about the same. Starlight about the same. Lamplighter, which he looked nothing like the comic, and not even anything like the comic, but he was still cool. I like actually what they did with him. Soldier Boy, which is, you know, pretty par for the course for Soldier Boy. I like the fact, and you'll see this later, that they have a severed hands thing for Wee Huey because, you know, if you watch the show, you know what happened with him and his poor girlfriend. And
That's a great card.
Yeah, it is. V'd up cocaine, because who doesn't like some V'd up cocaine? They did have a lot of aspects from the comic in there, but honestly,
it's very faithful.
I think the comic was even worse, if I recall. It's been a little while since I read it, but Mark Millar definitely does not goof around. Queen Maeve's Royal Martini. She didn't have a Royal Martini in the show. CI issued Hawaiian shirt. Butcher's crowbar. He does have the crowbar in there. Compound V baby formula. Yeah.
I wonder if they have the laser baby in here.
Yeah, they probably do. If you have young kids, just get them away from this video right now. Just get them away.
That's going to make them want to watch it.
I know. Shh, that's the idea. It's pure. It's the tell the opposite to your children.
Kids, be sure to like and subscribe.
Kids, be sure to like and subscribe. Remember, if it asks if you're over 18, you click yes. Always click yes. Does anybody click no on those? I don't think anybody.
I never did.
I think there was a joke somebody said, you know, there was like some news report where somebody actually clicked I'm not over 18 on one of those things, you know, the first time in like 30 years. All right, so we're going to showcase my favorite part, of course, the minis. Now, these are pretty impressive minis, I got to say. I love this giant bust of Homelander. And
is that really a mini?
It's not really a mini. It's more like a
maxi mini.
It's really more like just a bust, straight up bust. And for those that are unfamiliar with Homelander, he definitely looks more comic-y, obviously, in this one.
Not much more, though.
I mean, he's got the giant chin thing going on and stuff like that. Although I think they couldn't have picked a more perfect Homelander. Although I think the actor's probably gonna have a hard time getting away from that role. I think he kind of has that. He just looks the perfect.
If he's out of the suit, you might not notice him as much.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see the romantic comedy that comes out with him, you know, and and it's like, wait, what?
The inevitable romantic
comedy, because, you know, he's a pretty guy, you know. It's like, you know, they're gonna do something with him at some point if he wants to branch out. So we got Terror, we got Queen Maeve, we got Lamplighter, which I actually prefer the movie version of Lamplighter, I think, because that is obviously a more comic-y version of him. We got brain fart. Help me out here. Not Captain America, but Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Thank you. Again, I'm having a lot of brain farts today. Butcher, of course, looks awesome. I can't believe.
With the crowbar, nice.
No, I can't believe they did this to Huey. He's got the arms.
He's got the arms. I can't wait to paint these.
That's poor Huey. Mother's Milk looking angry as he always does. Great actor for Mother's Milk. I love that guy. He's just. I'm dropping my minis. Cut that out. Looks awesome. This is the girl with the head. It's who's that? That's pretty awesome. She looks great. Oh, it's Frenchie. Why does Frenchie have a stick? I'm trying to remember why he has a stick. Should I? Maybe it's a shiv. And Starlight with her revised outfit, not her first outfit, the cleavage outfit. So guys, I could talk all day about this because I'm just actually loving all this stuff. But the boys looks really awesome. I mean, seriously, the fact that they got the license. The guys are great too, by the way. I had a chance to talk with them. Very, very nice people. They're working on other projects that are very, very cool and very heartwarming. A lot more heartwarming than the boys. But trust me, get this game. It just looks super awesome. Support them. Guys like this need support. And not that they're not selling out like hotcakes, but these are smaller publisher guys, and this is an awesome looking game. Awesome looking game that they obviously put a lot of work into, and I can't wait to play this. We're gonna do a game. We'll do a review on this, of course, and we're gonna play the crap out of this, right?
Absolutely.
Should I say a word? We're gonna beep out.
No, don't. I got enough beeping in there.
We're gonna play the shit out of this, so it's gonna be a good time, guys. Thanks again for joining us for another Under the Lid. Sorry, I got a little distracted in this one, guys, but, I hope you had a good time. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Hey, listen, throw down who is your favorite boys character. Since I can't remember names of this video, go ahead and put in the comments who your favorite boys character is. Maybe even add why. We love your comments, guys. Just throw something down there, all right? And as always, of course, don't forget to game on. Thank you.